That's it, ladies and gentlemen. And now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, let's meet the starting lineups for both soccer squads. First, for our visitors on the scoreboard.
Hello and welcome back to tonight's Section 8 AA quarterfinal soccer matchup. Now the girls are in action. We have the Brainerd Warriors against the Moorhead Spuds. Moorhead comes in as the number 3 seed in this matchup, facing off against the number 6 seed Brainerd. If you're with us on Saturday, it was these same two teams going at it. Moorhead was victorious in that match, 2-1 over the Warriors from Brainerd, but it was a closely contested battle all the way from start to finish, and we're excited to have another one for you. Joining me tonight, I am Riley Swenson. Joining me tonight is Carter Castoris. Carter, what are you looking for in this one?
Once again, like the boys' game, just a solid offensive performance from the Spuds, especially from Zanatti and Watson, who have been stellar this year and looking to keep it up in this postseason.
Yeah, Zanatti and Watson have led the way for the Spuds this year in terms of scoring, but certainly many other people on this team are capable of getting it done for the Spuds in many different ways. They finished the season at 10-0. A note on Olivia Watson, she set the school record for goals in a season in that game against Brainerd. We'll run you through the starting lineups for both these teams. Brainerd, if you're with us on Saturday, a very similar starting lineup. The only change is they will have number 00 Gracelyn Dickinson in net. In front of her, number 3 Haley Nelson, number 4 Emma Shefflow, number 6 Taylor Larson, number 7 Emma Balsley, number 11 Lexi McElfresh, number 12 Mari Devine, number 14 Kayla Bush, number 19 Callie Robertson, number 22 Avery Lemire, and number 25 Molly Hagley. The Warriors are coached by Mike Weisenflew. And for the Moorhead girls, the same starting lineup they've had the whole season. Number 3, Allie Peters. Number 6, Summer Carlson. Number 8, Lila Stanley. Number 10, Caden Sharp. Number 12, Ellie Feeney. Number 13, Maria Zanatti. Number 14, Olivia Watson. Number 15, Chloe Strom. Number 16 is Kate Casabud. Number 18, Haley Clem. And number 20 in net is Emily Sukup. So we are just about underway with this Section 8 AA quarterfinal matchup in girls soccer this evening. The sun has set, lights are on at Jim Goda Stadium. And we have a rematch from Saturday between Brainerd and Moorhead. And we are underway in girls playoff soccer. Should be a good one tonight between these familiar foes. As early on, Ellie Feeney will take the throw in for the Spuds. Kate Casabud fights for it there for the Spuds, but it'll be Haley Nelson for the Warriors. Again, that game was 2-1 on Saturday. The Spuds victorious in that one. Both goals from Olivia Watson. The first one coming from the top of the box on a strike to the top corner, and her second one coming on a penalty kick. The lone Brainerd goal coming on a free kick as a chance in there for Brainerd now is knocked away by Haley Clem. But in that game on Saturday, goalie Emily Sukup came out and got a yellow card and was forced to exit, and so Ellie Feeney stepped in. Not experienced in net, obviously hasn't played there at all this year, and Kayla Bush capitalized on that free kick, but the Spuds hung on to win 2-1. I think they would both agree that they'd rather win this game than that one on Saturday and be able to move on in the playoffs. Now that's Lila Stanley. She plays over to Allie Peters. It'll be out of bounds off of her. And the Brainerd will take a throw-in. If you had a chance to join us earlier this evening, the boys won their first section matchup. They played Elk River. They won 3-0. And so the boys move on to play next Tuesday in the section semifinals. That is Kate Casabud for the Spuds. Now it's Caden Sharp. Taken away there by Avery Lemire. And now along the far sideline, Brainerd retains possession. That is back with Avery Lemire there for the Warriors. She passes up to Emma Shefflow. Now it's taken away by Kate Casabud and booted out by Lila Stanley. That's near midfield. That'll be out of bounds off of Kayla Bush. And the Spuds will take the throw in. We talked about during the boys game, these with Elk River and Moorhead meeting in that boys matchup, they hadn't seen each other all year. With these teams being so familiar with each other just playing on Saturday, definitely can make a difference in how they play in this one.
As you mentioned, they're just playing each other. They just face each other's strategies and just face each other's weaknesses and strengths, and both coaches are just going to realize what they are and adapt their strategies to improve both of their games.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they worked on at practice this week, how it translates to the game, because I'm sure a lot of it was specific stuff for their opponent. We'll see how that plays out tonight. Now with the ball for the Warriors is Emma Shefflow near midfield. In that game on Saturday, the Warriors controlled possession really for most of the game, but the Spuds were able to capitalize on the opportunities from Watson. That game came right down to the wire after that free kick goal by Kayla Bush in the second half. Now carrying upfield, that's Emma Balsley. Taken away now, it's Chloe Strom for the Spuds. Strom taps it out of bounds. And the Warriors will have a throw-in. Chloe Strom defending there, will be out of bounds off of her again. And another throw-in for the Warriors. Balsley gets it in. It'll be played now by Lila Stanley. She gets it out near midfield. Now along the sideline there, it'll be out of bounds. It'll be off the Warriors, and the Spuds will take a throw-in.
You can see there Moorhead trying to get it up to Watson, but with the defenders Bush and Hagley back for the Warriors, it's going to be difficult to get it up to her.
That's Maria Zanotti now for the Spuds. She has it just outside the box, now making her way along that near sideline. She fires it in, and it gets past Graceland Dickinson. It'll roll out of bounds, and it will be a goal kick for the Warriors. So Zanotti able to get it past the goaltender there, but nobody home in the backside for the Spuds, and so our score remains at 0 early on in this first half. It took 53 minutes to get the first goal of the game on Saturday between these two teams, so it'll be interesting to see who's able to strike first in this match and how that affects the outcome of the game and how long it takes either of these two teams to get on the board. Carter, we talked about it in the boys game, but how much different is a playoff atmosphere than just a typical regular season game as opposed to Saturday than today on Wednesday playing a playoff game?
Once again, it comes down to preparation and how you get ready for the game. With a regular season game, it's not life or death situation. It's not you lose and your season's done. Here you have something to play for. If you lose this game, you have to face the fact that your season is over, and you have to be willing to put everything out on the line in your last game of the year.
Yeah, it'll be interesting and something to keep an eye on as this game plays on, of how the teams maybe differentiate their styles from Saturday and how they try and change the way they maybe approach the game here, with this being a do-or-die situation, if that results in more people attacking or more people defending, what have you. Watson's pass upfield looking for Strom. It'll be taken in now. That is Kayla Bush for the Warriors. She carries up the near sideline. It'll be out of bounds off of her, and so the Spuds will take a throw in. That's Ellie Feeney there. Feeney throws into Maria Zanotti. Zanotti looking for someone to pass to. She maintains possession there. Makes a nice move to get by Lemure. She gets up to Watson. Watson unable to corral it. That'll be back to Haley Clem. Clem will get it back to Lila Stanley, and she'll play upfield, knocked away by Kayla Bush. And now it's Olivia Watson. Watson makes a move and gets it over to Allie Peters. Peters fires one just wide of the net, and it'll be a goal kick for the Brainerd Warriors.
Watson showcasing her playmaking ability she's shown all year, both her scoring and her ability to create the plays and make moves around the defender, she passes across to Ellie Peters to give the Spuds one of their first chances of the night.
Yeah, it took the Spuds offense a while to get going on Saturday against these Warriors, but it looks like it might be a different story tonight as they are off and running in this first half with a couple of chances, but the Warriors have had their chances as well, and I think we should be in for a great game tonight as we expected, but it's even being more confirmed early on in this first half between Brainerd and Moorhead. Again, Brainerd and Moorhead, a familiar matchup between these two teams. They play in just about every single sport. That'll be out of bounds off of Brainerd. It'll be a throw in for the Spuds, but Spuds and Warriors typically meet up in just about everything. They'll meet up in football later this year. That's always a good contest between Brainerd and Moorhead, typically both great football teams. And tonight we see it on the girls' soccer pitch in this Section 8AA quarterfinal. Brainerd is to beat Osseo in the boys' section tournament. They would also face Moorhead. That game would be here on Tuesday in the Section 8AA semifinals for the boys. The Moorhead boys team will host the game regardless here at Jim Goda Stadium. Just not sure if they're going to play Osseo or Brainerd. The boys traveled to Brainerd on Saturday and tied them 2-2, and so that'll be an interesting matchup if we get Brainerd and Moorhead round 2 on the boys' side. But tonight it's Brainerd-Moorhead part 2 with the girls, and we're 0-0 almost 10 minutes into this first half. Ton of action for you this week on Spuds TV. Again, we mentioned it during the boys' game, but just a reminder, tomorrow we have girls swimming as well as girls volleyball for you here on Spuds TV, brought to you by Muscatel Subaru. Then obviously on Friday, the boys football game as they face off against the Cardinals of Alexandria, a rematch from the section semifinal last year. Should be a really exciting matchup on Friday as Moorhead's high-powered offense, they put up 49 points in that first half against Buffalo last Friday. If you had the chance to tune in, they look really special. And they'll have a chance to take on the Alexandria Cardinals, who have a wide receiver named Kristen Hoskins, and he's really fun to watch. So if you have a chance to tune in on Friday night, I would encourage you to do so between Cardinals and Spuds, of course, right here on Spuds TV, presented to you by Muscatel Subaru. But tonight it is girls soccer in Section 8AA action. Well, it's Zanatti working the ball upfield. I'll be out of bounds off Brainerd, and so the Spuds will take a throw in.
Both the Warriors and Spuds here on defense can tend to just knock the ball out of bounds on any chance that'll, again, have a chance to get by them, and they're just content to hit it out and set up their own defensive strategy.
One thing I think is just something I've noticed with this game so far is usually the Moorhead girls are seated on their sideline, but in this playoff match, all the girls on the sideline are standing up, and Coach Marco Campverde is constantly telling them things about the game and coaching them up. I think you can just tell how much more intense this matchup is, and I think it makes it even more intense, these teams facing off on Saturday, knowing how similar they are and how beatable both of them can be, that every play in this game is important.
And again, even the little things like standing up on the sideline, that goes into the question you asked earlier and the thing you brought up earlier about the difference between playoff games and just regular season games. As you mentioned, with the standing, it's just every little motivation and every little thing that the players can do to get themselves and their teammates motivated and going and just ready will help.
It's Olivia Watson in now, and a nice defensive play made there by the Warriors to keep her away outside of the box. Looking at Section 8AA as a whole as that ball bounces back to the Warriors. Watson will try and track it down, be out of bounds for a Spuds throw-in. But looking at Section 8AA, we have our 1 seed of Rogers. They get a bye in the first round, so they'll move on to the semifinals. Maple Grove is the 2 seed. They'll be facing off against the number 7 seed, Buffalo. The Bison of Buffalo is the shot in there, and Summer Carlson's able to knock it away chance there for Brainerd. Emily Sukup well out of her net. Now it's Ellie Feeney there for the Spuds. Chloe Strom there. Strom is shoved to the ground by Avery Lemire, and so Ellie Feeney will take the free kick. As I was saying, Buffalo facing off against Maple Grove in that 2-7 matchup. Of course, in this one, the 3-seed Moorhead taking on Brainerd, then the 4-5 matchup between St. Michael Albertville and Elk River. And if Moorhead is to advance in this round, they would face the winner of that Buffalo Maple Grove game. As Watson in behind the defense now, she corrals the ball, defended there by Kayla Bush. Watson looks back for Zanatti. It'll be fired out of bounds off of Brainerd, and Ellie Feeney will go up and take the throw in for the Spuds.
As you saw there, Watson using her speed, much like the boys' game, up along the wing and just creating chances for this team.
Chloe Strom into the box for the Spuds. That'll be knocked away again by the Brainerd defense, not out of bounds, and Feeney will try another throw in. Feeney gets it into Summer Carlson. They'll be out of bounds off of her. A throw in for the Warriors there. That's Lila Stanley to get it upfield for the Spuds. Played off the head of Chloe Strom. Now that's Emma Balsley there for the Warriors. Balsley plays to the middle of the field. Now that's Haley Nelson. Nelson along the near sideline. She'll get it to the middle of the field, intercepted there by Watson. Olivia Watson looking for Maria Zanatti, intercepted there by Kayla Bush. Now up to Avery Lemire. Lemire looking to get it past Haley Clem. Clem is there, but deflects off of her. Now it's Summer Carlson. She's able to get it away upfield to Chloe Strom, and she'll play back to Kate Casabud. Casabud makes a nice move around the defender there. She takes it up the near sideline. Casabud making her way up, getting past a couple defenders. She'll be defended by Balsley there. Now Casabud elects to cross the field. Now it's Caden Sharp there for the Spuds. Now it's Allie Peters into Maria Zanatti. Zanatti looking for Watson. Pass intercepted. Now Kate Casabud for the Spuds. Some back and forth action between these two teams now. That's Ellie Feeney there to make the stop for the Spuds. She will put on the brakes and pass back to Chloe Strom. And Strom gets it up to Kate Casabud. Casabud will fire it into the box, and everyone will take a breath as Gracelyn Dickinson picks it up for the Warriors. She will punt it out. As I said in the opening with the starting lineups, Dickinson did not play in the game on Saturday. It was Peyton Lemire in net for the Warriors, but Dickinson gets the start tonight in this section quarterfinal matchup. Now we got to balance off the Spuds, so the Warriors will take a throw in. Brainerd with a few substitutions here early on in this game, getting some new bodies onto the field. Something we saw them do a lot of on Saturday is constantly substitute girls in, and not just one or two, usually 3 or 4 at a time. Now that's Summer Carlson. She gets it up to Chloe Strom. That ball's deflected now. They'll be chased down by the Warriors, and that'll be out of bounds. That was Molly Hagley there for Brainerd, and she tapped it out of bounds, and so Ellie Feeney will get the throw in. She taps it into Kate Casabud. Now that's Taylor Larson. Her pass deflected away by Haley Clem. Now that's taken in by Mari Devine over to Noelle Youngquist. Youngquist plays it upfield, taken away by Summer Carlson. Now that's Chloe Strom looking for Maria Zanatti. Pass taken away by Larson and played now back to Youngquist. Carter, both teams with some back and forth action here, but no really scoring chances. What do you think is going to be key about who's able to strike first in this one as they go back and forth?
Well, as you can see, both of the strategies are almost kind of working, so it'll be who tweaks it first in the right direction, and who, or inversely, whoever tweaks their strategy and ends up not working.
Yeah, for sure. They're both, you can tell, kind of getting what they want so far in this game. Both teams having some back and forth chances, but maybe just one or two pieces that needs to be moved. And we'll see who can make the adjustment first and be able to come through and get on the board. You can just tell this game has a different feel to it than Saturday. Towards the end of the game on Saturday, it started getting a little more intense, almost like a playoff feel, but there's nothing you can replicate about the playoffs. And when the season's on the line, you can just tell that every play matters just a little bit more tonight. It's Maria Zanotti now for the Spuds. She has it taken away. Now Haley Clem steps up to make the defensive play, and that ball's taken in. Nice play there by Caden Sharp. She'll get it upfield, intercepted and sent back in. Now it's Summer Carlson for the Spuds. Now played by Haley Clem. I'll be booted in towards the box, and Emily Sukup is there to scoop it up. Something very different about the game from Saturday to today is Saturday had a high of about 80 degrees and was a relatively warm one out on the turf. Tonight, obviously no sun, this being a night game compared to that afternoon game. As Watson tries to get it into Chloe Strom there. They'll be taken away by Emma Touches and be knocked out of bounds by her. So the Spuds will take a throw in. But that game on Saturday was relatively warm for a fall afternoon, and tonight, a typical Minnesota fall. It's cold and a little bit of wind down there on the field. I think the wind has died down since the boys' game. And Feeney will take the throw in for the Spuds. That's in all the way to Watson. Watson turns, sets, and fires, and it'll be played off the feet there of Gracelyn Dickinson. She'll tap it up to her hands. And Dickinson will punt it out. A ball deflects off of a Brainerd Warrior. That was Emma Shefflow, and it'll be out of bounds. And so the Spuds will take a throw-in. Looking for Watson again, play it off of Touches. And Feeney will try it again on the throw-in. Into the game now for the Spuds. That is number 4, Sydney Tweeton. She will replace Allie Peters. That's Touches there. She knocks it out. Now Ellie Feeney gets over to Maria Zanotti. Tap back to Lila Stanley. Now we'll deflect off of a Brainerd Warrior there, and they'll be out of bounds. Now that's Sydney Tweeton along the far sideline. He tapped out of bounds off of Tweeton, and the Warriors will take a throw in. Couple more substitutions back into the game for the Warriors. That's Avery Lemire. She will tap back to her teammate. Now it's played over to Noelle Youngquist. Youngquist defended there by Watson. Looking for McElfresh. She'll have it knocked away by Feeney, but out of bounds off of Ellie Feeney. So Youngquist will take the throw in. She gets into Touches, who taps it right back to Youngquist. Now Lila Stanley with a nice play there for the Spuds. Now it's Maria Zanotti. Zanotti looking upfield. It's Kayla Bush there to knock it away. Now it's Kate Casabud, defended by Touches, taken away by her. Now Ellie Feeney back for the Spuds. She tries to tap it between the legs of McElfresh. She'll be out of bounds off of Feeney, and the Warriors will take a throw in. We're over the midway point here in this first half. It is 0-0, but has been scoring chances both ways. It has been a tight match all the way through so far in this first half. Balsley there to save it along the far sideline for the Warriors. Now it's Chloe Strom for the Spuds, and Ellie Feeney will get it way upfield. Now there's Molly Hagley for the Warriors. She'll get over to Kayla Bush, back to Molly Hagley. Now she gives off to Youngquist. Youngquist defended there by Casabut. It's Chloe Strom. She looks for Zanotti. That pass will be taken away there by Larson. Now played back to Touches. Sydney Tweeten defending there for the Spuds, taken in by Avery Lemire. Lemire up the far sideline. Lila Stanley there for the Spuds, and now it's Summer Carlson back to make the play. She gets it away, but only for a moment, and now it's Avery Lemire. She'll send it in, and Emily Sukup will come out to scoop it up for the Spuds.
I don't know if you fans at home could hear it, but as the ball was booted out towards the 20-yard line of the Warriors defensive zone, you could hear the defense yelling 14. So you know that they're paying attention to Olivia Watson, and they've realized that she's a threat, and they're going to look to contain her all game.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be tough to not realize that she is the state's leading goal scorer currently, set the school record in goals this year. I mean, she's just having a fantastic season, and I think no matter how much you key in on her, she's just hard to slow down. When you're good, you're just good, and it's hard to stop. I think we see that on Friday nights with, I think everybody in the whole stadium knows that when Trey Feeney drops back to pass, he's looking for one of the wall falls, and it's still hard to stop them. Well, yeah, it's something definitely to note there. Good point, Carter. Yeah, Brainerd definitely knows who Moorhead's trying to get the ball to. It'll be out of bounds off the Warriors, and the Spuds will take a throw in along the far sideline there. And that'll be out of bounds off the Warriors again, and the Spuds will have another throw in.
This game almost the opposite of the beginning of the boys' game, where the beginning of the boys' game was more about possession and trying to set things up, and this is just straight back and forth action with a couple of chances on either end, but for the most part it's going from 20 to 20 and back and forth on the football field.
Yeah, it'll be something to remember, is something that we can look for is whoever gets this first goal here, how that changes the way they play. That'll be taken in by Gracelyn Dickinson, but maybe whoever gets the first goal drops back and plays a little more of a defensive style. Another team maybe tries to attack more if they find themselves down 1-0, but right now it's almost like these teams are just racing to see who can score first. Now that's Avery Lemire in behind Emily Sukup there to make the save. A nice play there by Sukup coming out of her net. It was Avery Lemire in behind the Moorhead defense, and Sukup came out and it deflected off of her. A similar play to what happened on Saturday with Sukup coming out of her net, making a stop. And Brainerd is turned away after probably the best scoring chance of the game so far.
Yeah, and with that chance there, you can see Sukup's aggressive style coming out and making a huge play for her team to keep this game at scoreless.
Yeah, we saw that aggressive style on Saturday. As I had mentioned, she'd come out of the net and she got a yellow card, which forced Ellie Feeney into the net, and that was Brainerd's lone goal on that free kick. But even if Sukup was in net, I don't know if anyone was going to stop that shot from Kayla Bush into the top corner of the net. But, yeah, like you said, Sukup definitely an aggressive goaltender. Now Brainerd on the counterattack. That is Summer Carlson back for the Spuds. She'll get it up towards midfield. And now it's Watson. She's looking for Caden Sharp. Taken in by Youngquist. She'll get it upfield. Now that's Summer Carlson. That ball's knocked into the air. These teams playing back and forth here in this first half. Under 15 minutes to go. I don't know about the viewers at home, but to me it seems like this first half is just flying by with constant action. As Carter mentioned in that boys game, it was more of just kind of a possession, wait you out kind of game, see who's going to make the first move, where in this game, if you don't make the first move, the other team probably has the ball and is going the other way.
Yeah, with that back and forth game, you almost have to be aggressive to match the other team's play style, and any non-aggression or any defensive lapse on the flip side will possibly cause a goal.
That's Chloe Strom now for the Spuds. She makes her way Round a Brainerd defender, gets it over, looking for Maria Zanotti. That pass is too strong for her. Now that's Haley Clem who gets it up to Olivia Watson. Watson passes over to Kate Casabud. Now Casabud over to Sydney Tweeton. Tweeton between the legs of a defender to Maria Zanotti. And Zanotti looks back for Tweeton. Now played back to Maria Zanotti. Makes a nice move there on the defender. She'll get it in on net. Save made there by Gracelyn Dickinson. Now will be tapped out of bounds there by Kayla Bush. So ball went through the hands of Dickinson there. But the save, the ball eventually tapped out of bounds there by Kayla Bush. Now another shot in on net. Maybe a pass looking for Chloe Strom. That'll be out of bounds, and so Brainerd will take a goal kick.
Yeah, it's a great save by Dickinson there. May have looked like she fluked and didn't quite keep the ball into her chest, but at this point in the playoffs and at this point in the game, a save's a save. You're just looking to keep the ball at the net and keep your team in the game.
Yeah, and I think another big difference from the boys' game compared to this one is that in that boys' game it seemed as though whoever got the first goal was probably going to go on to win that one because there's more of a defensive game, a defensive sort of standoff, where in this game it seems as though whoever scores the first goal, I mean, it would be huge to get on the board, but I don't think that's going to be the deciding factor necessarily. It seems as though maybe one of these teams is able to strike first. The other one probably is going to have a few good scoring chances to come back. Oh, it's Sydney Tweeton over to Maria Zanotti. Deflects off a Warrior and will roll out of bounds for a Moorhead throw-in.
Yeah, as you mentioned there with the first goal not being as big this game as previous games, you've seen the chances here with they're starting to swing more and more Moorhead's favor, but Brainerd still getting some chances nonetheless, and first goal may not be as big as it was in the boys' game with the amount of chances that both teams are getting.
Watson's shot in on net. It'll be just wide, and Dickinson will watch it roll out of bounds, and so the Warriors will take a goal kick. Just over 10 minutes to play here in this first half. Our score still at 0-0, but as we saw in that boys' game, if you had a chance to tune in, teams are able to score at any point in the half, as Moorhead was able to get on the board with Jabril Guido getting that goal right before the end of the first half in the boys' game. I'm sure both of these teams in this one would sure like to do the same. Sneak in a goal before a well-played first half by both squads and take a 1-0 lead into the halftime break. Well, that's Lemire, played over to Larson. I'll be played back towards the middle of the field. Haley Clem there defending for the Spuds. Now it's Caden Sharp. Therefore, Brainerd is Haley Nelson. Now it's Chloe Strom for the Spuds. She tries to get it into Olivia Watson, but Gracelyn Dickinson is there for the Warriors to make the stop. Carter, in a season where we did a lot of games where Moorhead outscored the opponent by quite a large margin, I think this is fun for everyone to see two good teams going at it head-to-head, and this has been a fun soccer match to watch here in this first half.
Yeah, with these chances that both teams are getting, it's almost more exciting to watch a close game and 0-0 and scoreless to see who's going to get the first goal as opposed to knowing that Moorhead's just going to blow out the other opponent.
There'll be a free kick now for Brainerd, as Kayla Bush will come up to take it from exactly the 30-yard line on the football field. She lines it up and fires it in. And Emily Sukup makes a diving stop there. Saved by from going out of bounds. Now tapped away there by Kate Casabud. Now Lila Stanley will tap it away, but actually it will be ruled out of bounds. So it was not saved from going out of bounds there by the Warriors, and it'll be out of bounds and ruled a corner kick with 8 minutes on the scoreboard. This could be a turning point in the game. As Brainerd lines up the corner kick, they launch it in. That will be tapped in for a goal for the Warriors. And they will get on the board first. They lead 1-0 in this match. I believe it was Taylor Larson on the goal for Brainerd.
Great play there by Brainerd to read Sukup's aggressiveness coming out, as they've noticed before, both on Saturday and today. They've realized that she'll come out and go to the ball at any opportunity, so if you hang back and just wait for a chance, chances are you'll have a better chance of it going in than if you were to just outright try to take her on.
So Brainerd gets on the board first. A huge goal in the first half of this match. It will be a foul there on Moorhead, so Brainerd will take the free kick. But as we talked about, Carter, that first goal was scored by Moorhead in this Saturday's matchup. Now the first goal scored by Brainerd here in this one. And this one is still far from over. Both teams plenty of scoring chances. Now we'll see if Moorhead maybe gets a little more aggressive. That's Olivia Watson now for the Spuds. She carries it in between a couple defenders. Now it's over to Sydney Tweeton. Tweeton there along the far sideline. Now it's Haley Clem. She'll find Caden Sharp. Now played upfield. That will be saved from going out of bounds by Lexi McElfresh. Now Brainerd remains with possession. That's Olivia Watson over to Chloe Strom. Strom looking for Watson. Watson just not able to get there. Nice play by Gracelyn Dickinson, as Strom had a nice pass to Watson there, but Dickinson able to come out of the net and scoop it up before Watson could get there. Now along the near sideline, that's McElfresh. That's Mari Devine now with it for Brainerd. Now tapped up by Caden Sharp. Now it's Avery Lemire for the Warriors. On the far sideline, Brainerd with possession. They will get it into Mari Devine. Now taken away by Summer Carlson. Now Sydney Tweeton gets it upfield. Chloe Strom is there to defend for the Spuds. They'll be out of bounds off of Strom, and Brainerd will take a throw in. Oh, that's Callie Robertson. She gets over to Lemire, defended there by Zanotti alongside Caden Sharp. To the far sideline, that's Emma Balsley. Something to note, Carter, first time all season that the Moorhead Spud girls have trailed in a game. We'll see how they handle some adversity here in this section quarterfinal matchup. Nice play there by Summer Carlson to avoid the oncoming defender. Now Carlson gets it up, looking for Sydney Tweeton. It'll be out of bounds, and the Warriors will take a throw in.
As you mentioned there, with the first time being down in the game, you have to rely on your seniors and your veterans who have been in this before, much like the boys' game, how the seniors did a lot of the upfront work for the boys in their 3-0 victory. You have to almost expect the same here from Moorhead and rely on your veterans and just come together as a team.
Spuds trying to see if they can maybe tie this one up before the end of the half. That's Kate Cassabud, rather, for the Spuds. That'll be taken away. Brainerd on the attack now, defended by Haley Clem along that far sideline. Working their way down the corner now along that far sideline. Now that pass is deflected there by Lila Stanlow and be out of bounds for a Warrior throw-in. Now upfield, Chloe Strom taken away by Kayla Bush. Her shot attempt will be scooped up by Emily Sukup. Sukup will quickly run it out, and she will punt it out near midfield. Zanotti lets it bounce over her head, and now Kayla Bush is there for the Warriors. Ellie Feeney defends on McElfresh. Now it's Zanotti defending on Haley Nelson. Pass back to Callie Robertson. Taken away by Kate Cassabud, but there'll be a foul there on her. And so the Warriors will have another free kick. Last time the Warriors had a free kick from about this range. It went out of bounds off of Sukup, but then the Warriors able to capitalize on that corner kick. Kayla Bush launches in the free kick. Now that'll be Haley Clem to get it out for the Spuds. That shot deflects off of Sydney Tweeton. Now it's moved upfield towards Olivia Watson. Play made there by Molly Hagley for the Warriors. Warriors on the counterattack now. That is Mari Devine. For Brainerd, it'll be passed back to Lexi McElfresh. And McElfresh will boot it out of bounds out the end line. And the Spuds will have a goal kick.
Yeah, in the beginning of the game with the back and forth action you saw, Brainerd has started to control play here more with shutting down Watson with any chance she'll get behind the midfield line on the football field in the Brainerd defensive half, and the offense is pulling it together too.
Haley Clem there for the Spuds. She will get it up to Maria Zanotti. Zanotti passes over to Chloe Strom. Now Strom looking to make a move. Defended there. That was Callie Robertson. Played upfield looking for Olivia Watson again, but taken in by Gracelyn Dickinson. Clock at 30 seconds and counting now here at Jim Goda Stadium in this first half. Of course, Brainerd leading 1-0 off that goal from Taylor Larson on the corner kick. Now that's Caden Sharp. Pass taken away, played by Mari Devine. Now Sydney Tweeton there for the Spuds. The public address announcer counts down from 10 here in this first half. It's Mari Devine there for the Warriors. And they boot it in the air, and the halftime whistle will blow. So for the first time all season, at the halftime break, the Moorhead girls find themselves losing in this one. It will be Brainerd 1, Moorhead 0. We'll be back with more Section 8AA quarterfinal girls soccer action right here on Spuds TV, brought to you by Muscatel Subaru in about 10 minutes with the second half.
Natural talent, physical gifts, training advantages. To become a champion, none of that matters. True champions are the ones who are comfortable working harder, staying later, and finding that competitive edge. They are never satisfied simply doing a good job, because those who transform themselves from local talent into local folklore are the ones who continually perform beyond their limits. Bell Bank, proudly supporting champions everywhere.
Get up. Your dreams don't hit snooze. Because if you snooze, you might miss your opportunity to improve your craft. Put in the work. Your opportunity to be the best.
Well, it was just an idea popped in my head when I was jogging with my mom, and then it just all pieced together after we thought of that. And it was perfect timing because Moorhead Youth Hockey was thinking of it too, so it was just a good idea. Donated to Moorhead Youth Hockey because my great-grandpa donated to Moorhead Hockey, and I think it'd just be really nice for all the money that we raised. That he sat in the same spot at every single Moorhead high school hockey game for over 30 years.
Your home for Boss Snowplows is Bert's Truck Equipment on Highway 75 North in Moorhead.
Revive Professional Massage Therapy Clinic. Locally owned and operated. Open 7 days a week, day, evening, and same-day appointments available. Couples massages also available. 20 highly trained professional licensed massage therapists on staff. Now with 2 locations, South Fargo and Detroit Lakes. Offering online booking and online gift certificates. www.reviveprofessionalmassage.com.
We welcome you back now for the second half of this Section 8 AA quarterfinal matchup of playoff girls soccer. We have the Brainerd Warriors and the Moorhead Spuds. Brainerd holding on to a 1-0 lead after the first half. Their goal scored by Taylor Larson to give them the early advantage, and we are underway now in the second half. Well, it's Emily Sukup now for the Spuds. Brainerd quickly applying pressure here in this second half. Now that's Allie Peters. She plays it towards the middle of the field. And along the sideline there, that's Emma Shefflow for the Warriors. She gets it in the middle of the box. Haley Clem gets it out for the Spuds. Now that's Chloe Strom there for Moorhead. Play made there by the goal scorer, Taylor Larson, now in on goal. Diving stop made by Emily Sukup. A nice play there by her as it was Emma Shefflow with the shot on net. Brainerd coming out with some fire here in the second half, getting an early chance on net. Now that's Summer Carlson for the Spuds. She's moving up from her defensive spot to playing a midfield spot now for Moorhead. That's Olivia Watson now for the Spuds. She tries to get it to Maria Zanotti, taken away there by Kayla Bush. Now played upfield. That's Mari Devine. Now it's Lexi McElfresh. Goaltender Emily Sukup well out of her net. She'll just play it with her feet, and she will kick it out of bounds. And so Brainerd will take a throw-in.
Replay there by Sukup, both with the diving save on Shefflow's shot and the aggressiveness to come out of her net and take it out when there was no defenders there.
That shot on net by goal scorer Taylor Larson. Saved on a bounce by Emily Sukup. Oh, she boots it out towards the middle of the field. Tapped away there by Molly Hagley, then off of Summer Carlson. Now Olivia Watson tries to get it for the Spuds. Played upfield by Zanotti. Now it'll be Chloe Strom for the Spuds. Strom along the far sideline. Tries to make a move on the defender, Bush there. It'll be knocked out of bounds by the Warriors, so the Spuds will have a throw-in. That throw-in into the box past Summer Carlson. Now will be booted right back out of bounds, so Ellie Feeney will go over and take the throw-in again for Moorhead.
Moorhead looking to apply pressure here after after Brainerd came out strong with the shot on net, and now they were dominating for the past couple minutes down in their offensive zone.
Yeah, as you said, Brainerd coming out in this second half, seeming as though they don't think one goal is going to be enough to win this one. And so they're applying pressure early on in this second half. I would say it's never a bad thing to keep scoring on this Moorhead team, as their offense is powerful and quick to score. They can score in bunches. It'll be interesting to see if Moorhead makes any adjustments here as this second half goes on. I'm sure Coach Marco Campaverde did at halftime, made some adjustments with his squad, and we'll see if he maybe changes things up here a little bit in the second half. Now that's Ellie Feeney making the play for the Spuds. She gets it up to Maria Zanotti. Zanotti tries to play it through to Watson. Kayla Bush is there for the Warriors, and she will knock it out of bounds.
Once again, a great defensive read on Olivia Watson, and just knowing that they are going to try to get the ball to her, and she is their main scorer, so if you guard her, it's a huge part in shutting down this Moorhead offense.
Watson tries to pass into Zanotti there, deflects off of her. And now on the far sideline, McElfresh just taps it out of bounds, and Haley Clem will take the throw-in. She gets it into Zanotti. Zanotti has it taken away from her by McElfresh, fired out of bounds, deflected off of Peters, so the Warriors will get a throw-in. Now it's Caden Sharp for the Spuds. She'll play it back to Emily Sukup. Sukup passes it out to Ellie Feeney. That pass will be too strong for her. Now it's Emma Balsley on the far sideline will be out of bounds off of her. And so the Spuds will take a throw in.
Yeah, you saw there with the pass back to Suka, much like the boys using Jacob Hendrickson. The girls are looking to do the same, and she can just see the entire field and once again make the right play.
That'll be out of bounds off of the Spuds, and so Brainerd will get a throw in near midfield. That throw in is into Haley Nelson now on the far sideline, again out of bounds off the Warriors, and so the Spuds will attempt another throw in. It's played into Chloe Strom. She gets it upfield, knocked away by Kayla Bush. And I'll let it roll out of bounds again, and Feeney will take another throw in. Now played upfield. Played back to Kayla Bush. She misses a little bit on there, and it's fired in by Summer Carlson. Watson in for the play for the Spuds, and it will be Graceland Dickinson out of her net to make the play for the Warriors. Carlson lobbed it in the air for Watson, and she tried to run under it and tap it in with her head, but she was boxed out by defender Kayla Bush there, and then Graceland Dickinson came out of her net to make the play.
Yeah, and that's the second or third time that Dickinson's done that on a play to Watson. Is she's come out of her net, and she knows that obviously Watson can't use her hands, but she can, so she's using that to her advantage and taking away any chance she can get.
Allie Peters now taps it upfield, looking for Maria Zanotti. Headed away by Kayla Bush there, and now it's Olivia Watson. Plays it off the back of her heel to Maria Zanotti. Unable to control it, but now Summer Carlson gets it for the Spuds. Looking for Watson. Now it's Chloe Strom for Moorhead. Strom passes over to Summer Carlson. Carlson has it there. She'll get it out to Kate Casabud. Casabud's shot in on net. Saved there by Dickinson, and then she fumbled it for just a moment, and Watson was there for the rebound, but Dickinson able to haul it in. A scoring chance there for the Spuds. Casabud just kind of lobbed it in there, and Dickinson came out and made the play. Now roll out of bounds off of Moorhead. The move from Coach Marco Campaverde to move Summer Carlson up from defense to midfield almost paid off right there. She played a pivotal role in that scoring chance, maintaining possession for the Spuds. Now that's along the far sideline. That'll be saved there by Callie Robertson. But now Lila Stanley's there to make the play. Allie Peters now tries to tap it away. Fired in, deflected by Caden Sharp. Now Stanley has it. She deflects it off of Sharp. That'll be out to Emma Balsley. Balsley's shot will roll out of bounds. There'll be a throw in for the Spuds. Ellie Feeney there to take it.
As you saw there, Moorhead was trying desperately to avoid a corner kick situation down, and they were trying to just chip it up to the far side, and almost didn't work out for them as they got a chance on net.
Yeah, obviously, Brainerd, their one goal in the game coming from that corner kick. Avery Lemire's shot is on net, taken in by Emily Sukup. Now she punts it out near midfield. Taylor Larson there for the Warriors. Summer Carlson defending there for the Spuds. Now it's Ellie Feeney who deflects it into the air. Kate Casabud with it. That'll be Allie Peters trying to track it down. It'll be Haley Clem who gets up to Maria Zanotti. Zanotti making a move on the defender there. It gets back to Clem. That'll be upfield. Kayla Bush there for the Warriors. Bush making her way upfield, up from her defensive spot. Lila Stanley gets it over to Ellie Feeney, and now Taylor Larson back in the middle of the field. Along the far sideline, that is Emma Balsley. Balsley's defended there by Sukup. Excuse me, Strom, rather. Brainerd looking to maybe extend their lead here to 2-0. A great chance there for Taylor Larson. And now it's Avery Lemire there, but tapped away by the Moorhead defense. Now up to Maria Zanotti. Zanotti putting on the pressure for the Spuds. Now it's Summer Carlson. She has it given up to Maria Zanotti. Nice play there made by Kayla Bush. And she will get it upfield. Lila Stanley plays it off her foot there. And now Allie Peters over for the Spuds. Played up the near sideline by McElfresh. She is looking for Mari Devine. Devine lines up the cross. She sends it in. It'll be out of bounds. And Sukup will quickly get it in for a goal kick for the Spuds.
Yeah,
Sukup.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Carter, go ahead with your...
Brainerd coming on with some heavy offensive pressure here.
Another chance there for Taylor Larson it was. But Emily Sukup there to dive and make the stop. Carter, you said it, they're coming with offensive pressure, but Emily Sukup there to make another great save in this one and keep this score right where it's at 1-0. Now Ellie Feeney for the Spuds. She carries it upfield, and Summer Carlson taps it up. And it'll be Olivia Watson now for Moorhead. Watson with teammates coming in. She'll lob it in towards goalie Graceland Dickinson, and she will scoop it up. Oh, she punts it out. Chloe Strom off her head over to Summer Carlson. Quickly over to Olivia Watson. Watson trying to make her way in. Defended there. Tapped away by Kayla Bush. It'll be out of bounds off the Warriors, and the Spuds will have a throw-in. Over 10 minutes into this second half. No scoring. Great chances for both sides so far. Brainerd probably with more chances than the Spuds, but nonetheless, it's been a good half of soccer in these first 10 minutes. Spuds needing to get a goal on the board or their season could be coming to an end. They were 10-0 in the regular season, but desperately need a goal or else they might find themselves heading home early in this Section 8 AA playoff tournament. Now that's Larson who tries to get it over to Balsley. There'll be a throw-in now for the Spuds. Allie Feeney there to take the throw-in. She gets up to Summer Carlson, who boots it upfield looking for Olivia Watson, but Dickinson will come out of her net to make the play. This out of bounds off of Mari Devine. And Feeney will quickly get another throw in. She passes it to Chloe Strom. Now Feeney with it. Gets it upfield. Tapped away there by Bush. Now along that far sideline, Brainerd maintaining possession. That's Haley Nelson. She gets it back to, I believe, Emma Balsley. That'll be out of bounds off the Spuds, and the Warriors will take a throw-in. Couple of substitutions on for the Warriors. And they will take a throw-in. Now it's Summer Carlson for the Spuds. Maria Zanotti fights for it. She carries it up past midfield. Zanotti keeps carrying up. Defended there. That was Emma Touches there defending for the Warriors. Now Chloe Strom has it taken away from her. Kate Costabud's right there for the Spuds. And she will try and tap back to Ellie Feeney, but it'll be taken away by Emma Shefflow. She carries along the far sideline, defended by Caden Sharp. It'll be out of bounds off of Sharp. And the Warriors will get a throw-in.
Yeah, great 15 minutes played here in this half of offense and defense ability by Brainerd, and Moorhead's ability to match them on their defensive front and manage to keep this half scoreless so far.
Yeah, Moorhead's going to have to try and get a push in on offense. They're going to want to tie this thing up and force overtime. Of course, here in the section playoffs, we will have an overtime, and if no score in overtime, there'll be penalty kicks, but that's a long ways away from now. That's passed upfield to Maria Zanotti. Zanotti makes a nice move, and she passes up to Olivia Watson. Watson has it taken away. And now that is Mari Devine. Devine looks upfield, and Emily Sukup is right there to make the play for the Spuds. Now that's Ellie Feeney. Feeney gets it upfield, taken in by Chloe Strom. Now taken away, that's Mari Devine there for the Warriors. Strom takes it off of her feet. Now it's played to Summer Carlson. Carlson makes her way in, and she will try and cross field to Allie Peters. Knocked away there by a Brainerd defender. That's Maria Zanotti now for the Spuds. She carries along the near sideline, stops and goes again. Zanotti trying to find a way to get it in. That will be deflected off of Callie Robertson, so the Spuds will take a corner kick. That will be a Spud Boosters corner kick. Maria Zanotti there to take it for the Spuds. Brainerd scoring their first goal of the night on a corner kick. The Spuds looking to get the equalizer here as Maria Zanotti lines it up, and she will send the corner kick in. And it will never have a chance as it goes out of bounds. And so Dickinson will take the corner kick, the goal kick, and quickly get it up. That's Caden Sharp who launches it out of bounds. And so the Warriors will get a throw-in. Robertson throws it in. That is Touches there for the Warriors. Now that's played to Emma Shefflow. Lila Stanley up trying to make a play. She's unable to do so. And that'll be Emma Shefflow, defended there by Stanley. Shefflow makes a nice move into the box, deflects off her teammate. It was Allison Weldon there for the Warriors, deflected off of her and out of bounds, so Sukup will get a goal kick. She quickly gets it into Ellie Feeney. Feeney boots it upfield. It will be out of bounds, I believe, they'll say off the Spuds. I thought it might have hit a Warrior there. It'll be out of bounds off the Spuds, and the Warriors will get a throw-in. Let's play it upfield. And Emily Sukup plays it with her feet there. Her pass deflected off of Emma Shefflow there. That'll be out of bounds off of the Spuds, and so the Warriors will get a throw-in. Carter, how important is it for Moorhead to get a goal here pretty soon in the second half so they don't feel like they're rushed at the end of the game?
Well, obviously it's pretty important to get a goal at some point in this game, but I mean, the sooner the better, because you score one, momentum turns in your favor, and you have more of a chance to score another one.
You're exactly right with that. Like you said, they just want to get a goal, but the sooner the better would be ideal for Moorhead. But Brainerd doing a nice job of defending them. Now it's Olivia Watson for the Spuds. She can be instant offense at any time for Moorhead. Now Watson plays it. She gets past a defender there. Looks for Kate Casabud, defended there by Kayla Bush. Now it's Watson again. Watson looking again for Casabud, tapped away by Bush. Now it's Peters. Now it's Maria Zanotti who settles it down for Moorhead. She makes a move around Avery Lemire and now gets it over looking for Chloe Strom. Strom will be unable to track it down before it goes out of bounds. It'll be out of bounds and a Brainerd throw-in. Brainerd with a quick substitution back into the game. That is Haley Nelson. Now that's Mari Devine for the Warriors. Played upfield by Allie Peters and taken in now by Kayla Bush. She gives off to Robertson and she'll tap out of bounds off of a Moorhead Spud, and so it'll be a throw in for the Warriors. Now Peters looking for Carlson. Taken away. Now it's Lemire. Caden Sharp taps it away for the Spuds. Now Peters gets it upfield. Chloe Strom is there for the Spuds. Now Watson saves it from going out of bounds. She'll make a move towards the middle of the field. Olivia Watson carrying upfield for the Spuds. 2 or 3 defenders there on her. Watson looking for Zanotti, too strong for her. Now it's Chloe Strom. Allie Peters in to Maria Zanotti to flex off her. Carlson sets up a shot, and Gracelyn Dickinson is there to scoop it up for the Warriors. A decent shot attempt there for Carlson, but it'll be scooped up by Dickinson and launched out near midfield. Sukup right there to be able to knock it away. They'll be out of bounds off of her. And the Warriors will take a throw in. Over halfway through this second half, our score still stands at 1-0. Into the game now for the Spuds is number 19, Ella Rice, and back in is number 4, Sydney Tweeton. You know, Carter, we had talked about in the first half that 1 goal seems like it probably won't be the difference in this one, that they'll be able to score, but maybe we were wrong about that, as 1 goal is proving to hold up here in the second half so far.
Yeah, from the beginning of the game, it looked to be back and forth and looked like it was going to be a high-scoring game, but 1-0 so far as it stands with about 18:40 left to go in the second half.
Now Watson with it for the Spuds. She will carry it up. She launches a shot in that will get over the top of the net. Just over the crossbar there for Olivia Watson. And they'll be out of bounds, and a goal kick for the Warriors.
You can expect Moorhead right here to just throw everything at the net and try to send up Zanotti or Watson or even Tweeton up the side and try to just hit a rebound past Dickinson, who's had a couple shots slip through her hands, so they're going to be looking for that rebound.
Yeah, now that's Haley Clem for the Spuds. Seems the Spuds are turning up the defensive intensity here, trying to get more people in on the attack. I'd throw it into Sydney Tweeton. She'll tap over to Maria Zanotti. Zanotti's left-footed shot in on net, taken in by Gracelyn Dickinson. Like you said, Carter, maybe looking for a rebound there. Dickinson has had a few slip through her hands tonight. Spuds unable to capitalize, but maybe they're trying to see if they can get another one of those opportunities. Now it's Maria Zanotti, defended there by Kayla Bush. She's been so good all night for the Warriors. Been right there almost every time for Brainerd to make the stop. Now that's Maria Zanotti. Now it's Ella Rice. Will be played upfield there. Now Lila Stanley for the Spuds. Plays it back to Emily Sukup. She gets it right back to Stanley. Stanley plays it upfield. Now that's Haley Clem. Clem trying to cross the field looking for Olivia Watson. Watson will eventually be able to track it down. That'll be out of bounds off of Emma Balsley. And so the Spuds will have a throw-in. Summer Carlson with it now for the Spuds. Carlson tries to tap it through, looking for Watson. But Hagley is there to make the play on defense, boxing out Watson from her goaltender Dickinson, and Dickinson's able to boot it out near midfield.
That's something this team has done very well on defense, is boxing out those rushing defenders.
Now that shot in on net, and Ellie Feeney will tap it out of bounds. And that will be a corner kick now. Corner kick now set up for the Warriors. They scored in the first half on a corner kick. We'll see if they can extend the lead here. Corner kick is in on net. Sukup out of her net to make the play. She falls over and is down on the ground. That shot in on net now. Played off the head of Caden Sharp. As Emily Sukup remains on the ground, referee blows the play dead.
Yeah, obviously there with Sukup's aggressiveness, there was some contact there between her and some of the attacking Brainerd Warriors up on that corner kick. So looked to be some contact, and she was shaken up on the play.
I believe Moorhead will take a goal kick now. Will actually be, the referee will come and drop it to Emily Sukup with the injured player down. They will get possession. And now it'll be Ella Rice there. For the Spuds, now it's Haley Nelson. That's played upfield by Emma Balsley, and now back to Emily Sukup. Sukup's kick upfield, looking for Sydney Tweeton. Now that'll be played there. Intercepted by Haley Clem, but taken right back by Kayla Bush. Now Lila Stanley up from her defensive spot to make the play. Watson gets it over to Chloe Strom. And now Strom plays upfield, looking for Watson, but taken away there by Hagley. Now played off the foot of Ellie Feeney. Now it's Avery Lemire. She gets it upfield, but Sukup will be there to make the play for the Spuds. Sukup's punt near midfield, played there by Mari Devine. She'll send it right back into Sukup, and we'll do it all again. Sukup punts it out near the sideline here. And I'll be out of bounds. That'll be again out of bounds off the Warriors. And the Spuds will take a throw in. They get it in towards Kayla Bush, who knocks it away there. Now played upfield. I'll roll in again towards Sukup. Now Sukup plays it upfield in between a couple of Spuds, and Lemire gets it on net, and it'll roll out of bounds. So Sukup will line up the goal kick. We play here with 13:30 to go here in this second half. The score remains at 1-0 between Warriors and Spuds. Warriors getting on the board in the first half with that corner kick. And that 1-0 lead is proving to hold on here so far in this second half. That'll be out of bounds. And the Warriors will take a throw, and they get it in quickly. That'll be out of bounds off Brainerd. And so the Spuds will take a throw in. Some confusion there between the referees about whose throw-in it was with the substitution, so Brainerd will take the throw-in. Now it's Sydney Tweeton there for the Spuds. She taps it back to Caden Sharp. She'll get it upfield. Now it's Avery Lemire. She gets it up to Emma Shefflow. Shefflow defended there by Chloe Strom. She plays it up to Maria Zanatti. Zanatti along the near sideline. She's defended there by Larson. Larson takes it away from Zanatti. Now plays it back to Kayla Bush. Time ticking down here in this second half for the Spuds. They find themselves down 1-0. Now Callie Robertson will come up and take the throw in for the Warriors. Robertson gets it in to Lemire, defended there by Ella Rice. Now that's Haley Clem. She'll let it roll out of bounds, and the Spuds will take a goal kick. Spuds need to make something happen fast here, as 11:30 and counting on the game clock. They still find themselves without a goal. The story has been all year the high-powered offense for these Moorhead Spuds, and they've been unable to put anything on the board tonight.
As you mentioned, with that high-powered offense that was so instrumental in Moorhead's 10-0 season so far, you have to give credit where credit's due. Brainerd's defense has shut down Olivia Watson, Maria Zanatti, all of those offensive playmakers that Moorhead really relies on, and they've done really well as a result of that.
Sydney Tweetin there for the Spuds. Now it's Maria Zanotti. Takes it away from Moorhead. She tries to get by Kayla Bush, and she does. Zanotti in. And it'll be taken away by Gracelyn Dickinson. Decent scoring chance there for the Spuds. It was Zanotti and Watson in on net, trying to make the play for the Spuds. Now it's Watson. She will try and track it down before it rolls out of bounds, and will not be able to, so it'll be a throw in for the Spuds. Allie Peters subs back in for the Spuds. She will replace Sydney Tweetin. Now the Spuds will take a throw in. Into the box and fired back out. That was Emma Balsley. A throw in. That is Ella Rice there for the Spuds. As Carlson lines up the shot. It'll be over the net.
That was Carlson's second or third opportunity from Moorhead's coach moving her up to the midfielder spot after the half to try to increase the offensive productivity, and it's paid off in the chances so far with 2 or 3 for her, and she's created some others.
I'll be out of bounds now off the Spuds, and so the Warriors will take a throw in under the 10-minute mark here. Just over 9 minutes to play here in this second half. It's starting to become a reality for these Spuds. They're going to need to get something on the board very, very soon, or it could spell the end of the season for them. Credit to Brainerd. They came in tonight with a plan, and they have executed wonderfully. They got on the board in the first half with that corner kick, and they have just packed her down defensively and not let Moorhead get anything going. Now that's played back to Callie Robertson. And the Warriors get it back. That's Bush. Now Watson tries to take it away from her there, but that was Balsley there to tap it away for the Warriors.
That's possibly the best defensive play that the Warriors have made all night, just taking away Watson's one major opportunity that she would have had on net, just a one-on-one with the goaltender. Once again, great play by Balsley to keep this game at 1-0.
That will be ruled a free kick now for the Spuds. Maria Zanotti will head over and take the free kick for the Spuds. Just over 8 minutes to play here in this game. Good scoring chance here for the Spuds. Zanotti's kick into the box is tapped away, and I'll be back out of bounds. And so the Spuds will have a throw in. Played into Chloe Strom. And now booted out by the Warriors past midfield. And that's Caden Sharp back there for the Spuds. She'll just tap it out of bounds, and the Warriors will get a throw in. .7:25 and counting on the game clock. Brainerd still leading 1-0. It's been a great game here tonight between Warriors and Spuds. And if the Spuds can't get something going here within the last 7 minutes, their season will end to these Warriors. And it'll be out of bounds there, ruled off of Moorhead. So the Warriors will get a throw in along the far sideline. That throw in is into Haley Nelson. And now played back. Now it's upfield to Caden Sharp. She gets it up. Played off the head there of Ella Rice. Now Caden Sharp taps it up. Now scoring chance here for Brainerd maybe, but tapped away by Caden Sharp, and that'll be out of bounds off of Moorhead, and Brainerd will take the throw in.
You can see on the pitch, Brainerd's strategy has not changed all game, even being up 1-0 in this close game. They still have the 2 main defenders back guarding Olivia Watson, but other than that, they're still staying aggressive on the offensive front.
Yep, that'll be out of bounds again off the Spuds, and they'll be on the throw in for the Warriors. Chloe Strom there defending for the Spuds. We tapped away by Lila Stanley, now into the air, scooped up by Emily Sukup, and she will quickly punt it out near midfield. That's Olivia Watson there for the Spuds. Watson trying to make something happen. Stops and starts weaving her way through defenders. She tries to flip it over to Chloe Strom. The Warriors have defenders there. They'll be out of bounds for a Spud throw-in. Ellie Feeney there to take the throw-in for the Spuds. Now Feeney's shot in on net, taken in by Gracelyn Dickinson. Dickinson's punt, a shorter one than she has most of the night. That'll be ruled a handball on Brainerd, so the Spuds will get a free kick.
You could hear Coach Marco Campovarde yelling everybody up there. He's just trying to get anything they can on this net.
Zanotti lines up the free kick, and she sends it in. And we played off the head of a couple of Warriors there, and Dickinson's there to scoop it up for Brainerd. The clock is under 5 minutes to play now. Still 1-0 Warriors. Ellie Feeney will try and track it down for the Spuds. Now Caden Sharp is there. She will get it out of bounds, and the Warriors will get a throw in. Just over 4 minutes to play here in this second half. Brainerd with the throw in there. Now it's along the far sideline. That is Mari Devine. Ella Rice defends there from Moorhead. She taps out of bounds. Another throw in for the Warriors. Clock now under 4 minutes to play here. Now will be saved there by Brainerd along the sideline, defended by Chloe Strom. Sent in, and Emily Sukup will quickly get a goal kick out for the Spuds. Sukup quickly gets it into Lila Stanley. Stanley boots it upfield. Now it's Summer Carlson. She looks for Olivia Watson. Watson working her way in. She fires a shot on, looking to get it on net, and it will be out of bounds, and it will be a goal kick for the Brainerd Warriors.
Great chance there. She ended up getting a right-footed shot from about the 20 to 25 yard line mark on the football field and just missed wide left of the left goal post.
Now that's Allie Peters there for the Spuds. She gets it in, looking for Olivia Watson. Kayla Bush there. It will be ruled a corner kick for the Spuds, so maybe the best scoring chance of the night here. 2 minutes and 30 seconds to play. Zanotti lines up the corner kick. She will launch it in. That'll be off the head of a couple players there. Into the box, fired over the top of the net. A great scoring chance there for Allie Peters. And that was over the top of the net there. The Spuds needing to get something going here rather quickly. The clock ticks down with 2 minutes to play here now in this game. Now that's Allie Peters there. Played out near midfield. That's Ellie Feeney. Along the far sideline now, that's Emma Shefflow. Shefflow in behind the Moorhead defense. She gets off the off the pipe there, and Chloe Strom will tap it out of bounds. 1:45 and counting now on the game clock. Brainerd still leading 1-0 in this Section 8 AA quarterfinal matchup. Summer Carlson there for the Spuds. She taps it upfield, taken in by Emma Balsley. She'll cross field and get it to Callie Robertson. Taken away there by Allie Peters, but Kayla Bush is there for the Warriors. Now Haley Clem tries to make the play for the Spuds, and it'll be Avery Lemire. Lemire sends it in, and it'll be scooped up by Emily Sukup. 1 minute to play now on the game clock. Well, that's Haley Clem. She has it now. It's Avery Lemire in behind the defense. Avery Lemire gets it over to Emma Shefflow, and she misses the side of the net. It'll actually be ruled offsides there on the Warriors. The Spuds quickly get it upfield. Just over 30 seconds to play in this match now. Mari Devine sends it upfield. Emily Sukup will play it up the sideline. It'll be out of bounds, and the Warriors will take a throw in. 20 seconds and counting. She gets it in to Mari Devine. Played now back to Robertson. Over to Avery Lemire. Taken away by Strom. 7 seconds left now on the clock.
5, 4, 3, 2.
And now the clock ticks down and hits 0. And the Brainerd Warriors have came into Moorhead and upset the Spuds 1-0. Spuds were 10-0 coming into this game. They suffer their first loss on the season. Congratulations to Brainerd as they will advance to the Section 8AA semifinals. They will take on the winner of Maple Grove and Buffalo. Of course, Moorhead with a spectacular season, going 10-0 in the regular season, unfortunately unable to get it done here in the Section 8AA playoffs. But still a great season for them. We thank you for joining us tonight on Spuds TV, brought to you by Muscatel Subaru. For Carter Castoris, I am Riley Swenson.